You're tuned in to Ears Have Eyes on CJSW 90.9 FM, broadcasting from Treaty 7 territory, home to the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, Stoney Nakoda, and Métis Nation of Alberta, Districts 5 and 6. You can also hear Ears Have Eyes on New Adventures in Sound Art in South River, Ontario, and on Golden Co-op Radio in beautiful British Columbia. We're your hosts, Wayne Garrett
and Caitlin Brown. Ears of Eyes is a sound art radio program. Each month, local, national, and international sound artists submit their work around a theme. Our program becomes an exhibition space for sound art on the radio. This month, our theme is grief. The first composition you heard is by Ontario-based multi-instrumentalist, music instructor, and artist Tyler Delaney Reid. Blues for Dexter was written as a tribute to a family member who passed away in November. Many of the works on today's program commemorate our beloved who, like Dexter, have moved into the beyond. But our grief episode explores something broader and deeper than death alone. As we were listening to the submissions for today's show, we realized that there's a sublingual thread tying the rawest expressions of grief with the creation of sound. There are no words strong enough to support the weight of grief. Grief is something you feel involuntarily, almost like an automatic response, a sound that leaks out of you. It is beyond our control or conscious understanding, and yet we all share this human experience. Grief is the price we pay for love.
Perhaps because of this, we received more submissions for our grief episode than any previous episode of Ears of Eyes. We've expanded this theme into a 3-part series, unfolding intermittently over the next few months. You are listening to Grief, Part 1. The next work on today's program comes from Gero von Randow, a Viennese experimental musician. Simply described, this work is about loss. Gero uses a Soma Lyra nonlinear synthesizer to create Downfall. After Downfall, we'll hear a piece called The Future Hides in Pockets of Light Stitched into the Edges of a Nightmare by Azurite Sun, a project from Lyon-based composer and artist Léa Thirion.
In Léa's words, I was working in my studio when I received this sad and disturbing news. I composed this piece with a heavy heart, hoping it could gently and tenderly accompany my friend to the other world she had chosen to rest in. What is experienced is tragic for those who remain, can be a relief for those who depart. Farewell, dear sea. May our paths cross in another dimension, and may I once again experience your kindness, generosity, and sense of humor. This is Downfall by Gero von Randow, followed by The Future Hides in Pockets of Light Stitched into the Edges of a Nightmare by Azurite Sun.
You close the door and your knees undo, and your legs fail you, and you head for the floor. You produce a roar like animals do, a sound that's new. You never made it before. You struggle to breathe. You mouth no, no, no. This is how you grieve.
You're listening to Ears of Eyes on CJSW 90.9 FM, New Adventures in Sound Art, and Golden Co-op Radio. This is our grief episode. You just heard Owen Duff's experimental voice piano composition, This Is How You Grieve. Owen is a UK-based artist working across multiple musical and artistic fields, with work spanning subjects from queer love to intimacy, procreation, death, religion, and refuge. To learn about Owen and all the artists on today's episode, visit hibernationproject.ca and find the tab Ears Have Eyes.
The next piece was created specifically for Ears of Eyes by French electronic musician Aurélien Laville, also known as 53CM. Retour à Saint-Marc is a tribute to the artist's great aunt who passed away recently. Aurélien imagined returning to his aunt's house in the countryside, a return shaped by absence. The sonic material is deliberately repetitive, almost circular, like the thoughts that keep looping in the aftermath of a loss. Following this work, we'll hear a piece from electronic music composer and sound artist Boyi Bai, called Take Me Back to Indonesia. The work begins with a field recording of children playing near an old well in Indonesia's Mentawai Islands. The quiet tranquility is soon shattered by harsh, unrelenting sounds pressing in to dismantle the calm of memory. The fragmented composition captures the feeling of clinging to a piece that slips further away, trapped between the warmth of what was and the cold weight of what is. This is Retour à Saint-Marc by 53cm. Stay tuned for Take Me Back to Indonesia by Boyi Bai.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Quilliams, and I'm a local animator, puppeteer, filmmaker, and performance and multimedia artist. My piece Ghost is playing during the Festival of Animated Objects next month on March 19th at 7 p.m. at C-Space Marta Loop. Ghost is about loss and some of the ways, both healthy and not so healthy, one can cope with it. I created the piece in response to losing my sister to suicide. I dealt with her death very poorly, and I put many important relationships in jeopardy. Ghost employs puppetry, dance, poetry, animation, and an original score to tell the story of loss and the various ways one can react to the ensuing pain. Please go to puppetfestival.ca and click on Coming Up to navigate to my show Ghost on March 19th at 7 p.m. I'd love to see you there.
You just heard Letters to Those We Lost by Her Motives Are Silent, a project of artist, composer, and producer Michael Valenzuela. This work was unplanned, born from Michael's stream of consciousness one night after losing his mother, father, and many friends over the span of just a few years. In the artist's words, you have to feel all the heavy stuff first to get at the moments of release and healing. It's okay to feel all these emotions as they come up. There's no right or wrong way to process these things. Hopefully, we can remember that there is still beauty and hope in the world and cherish the memories of those we lost. He goes on to ask, if we could write them letters, what would those letters say? What words would we share? Letters to Those We Lost is Michael's wordless way of speaking into the beyond.
The next piece comes from Nicola Fumo Frattegiani, an electroacoustic composer based in Italy. Acoustic Vision from Beyond is a composition created from recordings of a traditional Vietnamese funeral ceremony. Recordings were fragmented, manipulated, and transformed with the intention of creating an internal acoustic vision imagined from the deceased's perspective. This is Acoustic Vision from Beyond by Nicola Fumo Frattegiani.
Tình niên thập nhất ngoạt sơ thất nhật hà tình tình thạch hà huyền Việt tiến xa Việt biến hôn gia đình hạ trụ xuất trình hộ tử con trai nam trường huyện phát đức ở nam huyện phát bằng huyện phát dần huyện phát con gái
Des machines à engraisser pendant leur court séjour ici. Alors, c'est des machines à engraisser pendant leur court séjour ici. Et la vasière, c'est la bouffe, et les autres habitats, c'est des endroits de repos. Des machines à engraisser pendant leur court séjour ici. La vasière, c'est la bouffe, les autres habitats, c'est des endroits de repos. La vasière, c'est la bouffe.
You just heard Requiem Ecolo by Chantal Francoeur, an audio artist, researcher, and professor of journalism based in Quebec. Requiem Ecolo relates to human impacts on shifting habitats and eco-grief. Science, poetry, and ecological sounds entwine into a requiem as sandpipers meet with an unexpected four wheels on the foreshore. We're coming to the end of today's program. Our final composition comes from Brooklyn-based French-Caribbean artist, sound practitioner, and author Sylvain Souklaye. My Little Chaos is described by the artist as a work of insomnia, endless grieving as a poetic of memories, Caribbean Bats Orchestra reshaping sonic reality, home from another timeline, telling an unknown narrative.
You can learn more about Sylvain and all the artists on today's program by visiting our website, hibernationproject.ca, and finding the tab Ears Have Eyes. We'll be back next month with part 2 of our grief episode. In the meantime, this is My Little Chaos by Sylvain Souklaye.
Just sleep. I just want to sleep. Night. I just want to sleep. Light. The sun is here and you are not there. The sun is here and you are not there. I'm lost without my ghost. The sun is here. You are not there. I just want to sleep. You want to remember. I want to forget. I want to sleep. Just sleep. Let me sleep. Just for tonight. I want to get back to my caves, where nothing collapses. My sweet and dear chaos, and then relapse. Between you and me, let me sleep one more time. One more day. Let me sleep. I just can't take it anymore. I can't take everything and anything. I just want to collapse and relapse. Pause, break, again, collapse, relapse, chaos. Let me sleep, my little chaos. Let us collapse and let me relapse. I can't sleep anymore. I just try to remember. Remember that every day, every night, month after month, year after years, you start to vanish. You start to disappear. Let me sleep. 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 Let me sleep.